I didn't notice the silence at first. Parents don't. We call it phases. We call it tired. We call it school. That night she finally spoke, not out loud, into my chest, like a secret that had been fermenting long enough to poison the room. "Daddy," she whispered, breath shaking. "Grandma said if I tell, she'll bury me in the backyard." I didn't react. That's the trick. You freeze your face before your soul moves. "Tell what?" I asked. She lifted her shirt. 14 cigarette burns. Small, precise, deliberate. Not rage, ritual. Something in me went very quiet, the dangerous kind of quiet. I called my wife. I told her what I saw. She laughed, a short laugh, annoyed, almost bored. "She deserved it," she said. "You always spoil her." I hung up without a word. Then I made one call, and everything I had hidden for 10 years finally became useful. I married into that family thinking I was lucky. Her mother was respected. Church on Sundays, charity luncheons, perfect lawns and locked smiles. They never hit in anger. They punished with patience. My wife learned early, obedience disguised as discipline, cruelty disguised as love. I stayed because I thought distance would protect my daughter. I stayed because I was building something quietly, carefully in the background. 10 years ago, I was asked to do something illegal for the family business. I said no. They laughed. I said nothing else. But I kept everything. Emails, recordings, bank transfers routed through charities, property deeds that didn't belong to them, the bodies they buried, financially, not physically. I didn't plan revenge then. I planned survival. Turns out I was also preparing for justice. The signs were there before the burns, the way my daughter flinched at lighters, the way she stiffened when her grandmother hugged her, the way my wife insisted I work late on Wednesdays. I noticed everything. I just didn't understand it yet. When I did, grief had about 5 seconds to exist. Then it stepped aside, because planning came next. I didn't confront anyone. Confrontation is for people who want answers. I wanted outcomes. I photographed everything, time-stamped, geotagged, medical reports, second opinions, third. I installed cameras, not in the house, in the places they thought were safe. I hired a forensic accountant. He didn't ask why. He just smiled the way professionals do when they realize they're about to be very busy. I reactivated contacts I hadn't used in years, federal ones, the kind that don't blink at monsters in nice clothes. And I waited. Not long. The first move was quiet. Child Protective Services showed up unannounced, not for my daughter, for my wife. Evidence doesn't knock, it enters. The second move was louder. The bank accounts froze. All of them, even the ones Grandma didn't think anyone knew about. Then the church pulled its endorsement. Then the charity board resigned. Then the news vans parked outside the house they were so proud of. All in 12 hours. By hour 18, my wife was screaming. By hour 20, her mother was praying. By hour 24, they were begging. The confrontation wasn't dramatic. It never is. They sat across from me in a white room. No jewelry, no makeup, no audience, just truth. My wife reached for my hand. I didn't pull away. "I didn't know it was that bad," she said. I slid the photos across the table. 14 reasons to never forgive. Her mother didn't cry. She calculated. Threats first, then excuses, then scripture. I let her finish, then I spoke. "I've been documenting your lives for a decade," I said calmly. "You taught me how." That's when power changes sides. The trial didn't last long. Evidence rarely needs speeches. My wife took a plea deal. Her mother didn't. She believed reputation would save her. It didn't. The backyard was dug up by investigators, not for bodies, for proof. They found what I knew they would. My daughter talks now, not much, but when she does, her voice is steady. She sleeps through the night. She doesn't flinch at fire anymore. As for me, I visit my wife once a month, supervised, silent. She asks why I didn't warn her. I tell her the truth, because you wouldn't have stopped. People ask how I stayed so calm, how I didn't lose control. They misunderstand something important. Rage is loud. Justice is patient. I didn't snap. I remembered. I remembered everything they thought I was too weak to keep. And when the time came, I didn't raise my voice. I buried them with their own secrets, just like they threatened my daughter. Only I made sure the world was watching.